Pain around the top of your thigh, maybe around the hip on the left side, and you still can't seem to crack the code, it's been really frustrating you, this is for you. So sometimes when we have pain on one side of our body, it's actually a sign that there's a potential problem on the opposite side of our body. It's a very funny thing our body likes to do. But unfortunately, we don't really know this, and we end up just massaging and giving a lot of attention to that side that's impacted, which sometimes it can give us a lot of relief, but oftentimes it doesn't stick. And this is because, again, the problem might be on the opposite side of the body. Usually when we're getting these type of hip issues, that means there's a little bit of an alignment issue. And as a result of that, we need to kind of work both parts, both hips, because one side is getting a little bit jealous, and the body just has really weird ways of informing us of this. So what I'm gonna get you to do is to think about your hips like my hands right here. Instead of thinking that your hips are square, because if they were completely square and even, you probably wouldn't have any pain. Your left hip is maybe just a little bit more forward in front like this. And what we need to do is we need to encourage that left hip to go back and bring that right hip forward just a tad. And by doing that little motion, like, we're kind of creating a little bit of balance in the body. And as a result of that, the body will start to experience a lot less pain. And I'm going to share with you an exercise that does exactly this. So what I'm going to get you to do is go into a staggered stance, bend the knees, and think about sending your hip bones back. This is really important, especially for that left side. You want to think about bringing that left hip back this way while that right knee comes forward, exactly as that little fist thing that I showed you. So we're just gonna hang out here for a second or so, and you'll start to feel different parts of your right leg, hamstring, butt area kick in, and you might feel different parts of your left butt kicking in. And these are the exact areas that need a little bit of TLC. So just breathing in and out, nice and relaxed. And then shake it out. Hopefully that was okay for you. And then we're going to do some floor exercises to help you strengthen and stabilize your hips. So we're going to lay on the floor as it's so comfortable. And we are going to grab the towel and we are going to place it under one of our hips. But there's a but to this. I want you to just wiggle your butt around on the floor and just notice both hips. Do they feel even? Do you feel connected to the floor? Or do you feel like you can't even feel your bones? Then place both hands underneath your butt and then just notice, do you feel the same amount of pressure between the right or left side? Does one feel like more connected, more pressure on one side than the other? Take a note. Then if you feel that right side almost feels like it's smaller, it doesn't just take up as much space as the left side does, I'm gonna get you to just take that small towel that's rolled up just a tad. You don't wanna do it too much. And then you're going to just place it underneath that right hip bone. And then just hang out here, noticing the awareness now that you have for that right side. You might even have like some stretch sensation down your back, your hip, your leg. You might feel something. Everyone is very different to what they're feeling. And then just move it away. And then if that feels comfortable or more comfortable when you just lay back down and you move the towel, great. You might feel more connected to that right hip. And it's funny because you came here for your left hip, right? But you might just see, wow, I really feel my right hip now on the floor more so than before. And then you can check, grab your hands, place them underneath your hips like so, and just notice. Does your right butt feel like it's taking up a bit more space than the left? Maybe not. That might be something that takes a little bit longer to achieve, but that's okay. Just even having your butt down on the floor and feeling more connected to both hips is fantastic. And that's a little something that you can do maybe for 20, 30 seconds with the towel. But if you don't feel anything, don't worry. What I'm gonna get you to do might really help. You're going to lay down on the floor like this and just notice if you feel both hips on the floor with your head down. If you feel really disconnected to the right hip area or you're not actually really sure, just roll up that towel a little bit thicker here now and just place it underneath the hip, like so, and then take a little nap. You might start to feel a really big stretch around the lower back, around the rib cage, down your leg. Feel free to share with me what it is you're feeling. Everyone will feel something a bit different. And then move the towel after the time is up and just notice what you feel when you just lay your head down and have both legs down on the floor. Now, hopefully that's feeling good. If it's not, don't stress. There's so much more that we can dive into, and this might even be a part 1 series of this, so let me know if you'd want to see more. But we're going to move into the next exercise. So hoping that your body's feeling a lot more square and aligned now, I'm going to get you to do what looks like a really simple exercise, but it's actually pretty advanced because 99.99% of the people all do it wrong. And you're not going to be like those people. You're going to be that 1% that does it right. So you're going to keep the crown of your head nice and tall. Imagine that you're wearing a beautiful necklace, hands out nice and wide, not too wide, but not too close. So about shoulder width apart or whatever feels comfortable for you right now. And then we want to have a neutral spine. So just make sure you're not like this, a little bit more like this for most people. And then from here, making sure that your neck doesn't collapse, the back of your head is reaching towards the ceiling. You're then going to just lengthen your left leg. As we do that, we want to make sure that our weight is not on the kneecap, it's below the kneecap. And then from here, just hanging out, breathing in and out. And while we're stabilizing on this right side, I want you to think, can you feel your weight below that kneecap and also center? Then just hanging out here, nice and stable. You know you're gonna do it right because you're gonna feel your core working, you're gonna feel your left arm really working, and it's gonna be a lot harder than maybe the variation that you've done like this before, where you might be just kind of twisted out like that and holding it for years. Whereas the minute we do this, whew, everybody feels it. I don't care how fit you are, you will feel it. And then switching sides, because why not? It's important to actually feel that centeredness on that left leg as well. And then feeling your right arm kick in. Fantastic. Now, just doing this might not fix everything, but this is the first step that I would take, because even just practicing these exercises alone is going to take quite a bit of time to master. But between now and then, I'll maybe have a part 2 out for you that you'll be able to add to it.